Okay, we have Assalamu alaikum to Salam. This is Mar. We do have Dudu Kapoor live, who is attending the Thabiso Mokhele funeral. Thabiso Mokhele was a Lesotho national who allegedly starved to death and was found in his shack in Waterworks, a informal settlement um, near Lenasia. Let us find out more about what has transpired. Assalamu
Walaikum salam, Mariam.
All right, quickly shed some light on the situation in Waterworks, which led to the starvation of Thabiso Mokhele.
Mariam, can you please repeat yourself? I didn't get that.
Shed some light on the situation which led to the starvation of Thabiso Mokhele.
So, as you know, Mariam, we're here at Watermark, south of Johannesburg, in a very, very remote area, and it's quite intriguing when you look at the area and you realize that the condition of this man starving as a cause of his death would be subjected to such an area. The area has less it doesn't have a lot of infrastructure in terms of sanitary. People share toilets out in the streets. There's no running water. Children actually have to be transported from this area to other places, to where they actually attend school from there. And every house here, I don't know if you can see from my background, is
Yeah.
mostly shacks. And you know the what's it, speaking from with the residents from here, they mentioned that there's a high rate of unemployment with the residents that are around here, so they don't even have any sources that they can use to gain money in order for them to actually maintain a lifestyle around here. It's very, very sad. Even at the funeral, people are talking out of despair at the idea that the government has actually, let them down and not actually given them what's this proper human living leaving them in a non-proper what's this level of indecency, with not providing any food and any shelter that's proper for them, or even running water in these areas.
hmm So apparently, he is just one person who has starved to death, but there are many other families out there who are going on probably one meal a day, or sometimes not even anything to eat. Many have said that the government has failed right now. Has there been any communication from the ward council, Joseph Machida?
Not exactly. From one of the residents we spoke to, she mentions that they've applied this place, the settlement here, has not even been registered yet. So for them to actually receive any means of food or water, or any what's the source of living, it's quite difficult because government does not even recognize this place.
Wow. No, apparently it's also because they have went through the EFF route of the land grabs and just taking the place. So government now feels like why should they help people who are doing such? But you know, everybody deserves to be fed. Everybody deserves to eat. Everybody deserves to be treated decently, like decent human beings. From our understanding, the African Diaspora Forum as well as Africa Awake has intervened. Tell us more about that.
So they've mentioned that they received the news from reports that were made by 702 and other residents in this area. One of the community leaders in this area reported the incident as a means of awareness that needs to be brought to such settlement, formal settlement, where lives have been taken every day, and that is of course again a high cause of what is COVID-19, leaving a lot of residents here with no income coming for them. So they came in from what is to assist with with the residents, and they've done quite well. The spokesperson was speaking at this point that it's something amusing. What is not amusing, but not necessarily amusing, but something that he's proud of this community, that they would contribute more and more to this community, and this is not the first time they've been here.
hmm All right. And in Africa as well as intervene, then the government needs to step up and do a lot more for the people. Do you think that the government is not intervening because there are more foreign nationals living there?
I definitely think so. Basically, a lot of people that are living here are mostly foreign nationals coming from Mozambique, Lesotho, and other African countries that are residing in this area. And obviously, because government has not registered them, some of them are not even registered, so they can't receive funds, they can't receive any government support. So I definitely think that the government has not been involved in this community, and even through the process of registering this community, it has not been what's this brought to what's this to discussion.
What has the mood been like at the funeral? I know we were supposed to catch up earlier on, but there was a program taking place. So, what has the mood been like?
The mood has been quite sad. Everybody that's here is quite, downtrodden by the idea that they're here. They live in such a community, and there's no means of what's this help that they can get, and the fact that the government is they're not even in any of assistance to them has left them in such a very sad position. And attending this funeral, you can see from everyone that's around here, it's very, 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 very emotional for them to be here and to be in such a condition of vulnerability and being exposed even under COVID-19, where organizations should be what's government should be assisting such areas, but there's no what's this infrastructure that is directed to this area.
Mhm. And what is your message to the government, to the people around Waterworks? What would you like them to know, and what should they do after watching this video?
I think they would have to start with the basics. As I mentioned, there's shacks upon shacks, and there's even in one street it's so narrow that you only even have one toilet accommodating 3 homes. So government should start with such infrastructure, then dive into issues such as creating more and more and more and more places for these people to what's this to reside in, because living in such a condition where you realize that there's no means of what's this food that is available, there's no close shops around here. So I think that would be the beginning for them.
All right, sir. Okay, Dudu, thank you for your time, and I'll leave you to get back to it, and we'll catch up later, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Right, that was Dudu Khadija Kapo at the funeral of Mr. Thabiso Mokhele, a Lesotho national who was found dead and it is alleged that he was starved to death, all because of no assistance during this pandemic. A lot of people are going hungry right now during this pandemic. It is very somber. It's very heart wrenching to know that there are so many people living without basic necessities, basic needs such as food. Government needs to step up and do more for the people of the country, as well as the people who are living in this country. Even though they coming from other countries, they are escaping their home countries to find something better in this country, and they just leave in body bags, or they don't even get a chance to go back home. A lot needs to be done, and we've got a long way to go. All right, do stay with us. We'll be right back to catch up with Anisa Kathrada and continue with our fitness segment.